Boy, sun's starting to feel pretty good. Dropped off pretty sharply last night. Just got the heat turned on. Got another video following this one shortly. Man, guys, I gotta just clarify some things, man. Since I had my internet connection restored, I'm just seeing a lot of stupidity. You know, as far as these Democrats, these liberals, the ones that are in college, condemning Israel, supporting Palestinians. You know, yeah, they're talking about releasing their names so nobody hires them. I 100% support that. You have to realize that we're at a high road now. They've been canceling us, doxing us, been showing up on our front lawn, terrorizing our families. And you guys think, well, like Candace Owens. I mean, I think she's smart for the most part, but she's a perfect example of a college-educated idiot and why we should keep our women out of college, because she gets emotional about it and says, well, they're just kids with a stupid idea, but they'll come around. Will they? Why do we have to have all the understanding when once they get hired, if they do, odds are they're not going to change, because, you know, you got to get them while they're young and rewire them. And after that, it's not my job to rewire anybody. You know, I say if they want cancel culture, we give it back to them in great abundance. I'm talking tenfold. When they push you, you punch back. Don't hire them. Make sure they never get a job. Well, I think doxing is just stupid, you know, because then you end up getting people hurt just because you have a feeling about a thought. But what perplexes me is the language and things that you have to be mindful of when you're reading about that coverage in the Middle East. Know that whenever they say Palestinian militants, what they're really saying is radical Islamic terrorists, okay? When they say a hostage was freed, they're saying a hostage was rescued. They're trying to paint these guys in a better light than what they actually are. They want to condemn Israel. They want to make them out to be the bad guy. But then when over here on our soil, they're talking about that Charleston, North Carolina, I watched that thing unfold, man. Those people that showed up with the Nazi uniforms and tiki torches were paid Democrats, okay? They showed up for a quick photo op and then they left. That does not represent Trump supporters or anybody like that, man. These people, they're dirty, they lie, and the media is behind it all. It's interesting to me how they say, oh, that was anti-Semitic, that was anti-Semitic. You can't talk, you know, you can't speak ill of the Jews. And then they turn around on the news and they try to turn you against Israel. It's like upside down land. They say one thing, but they really mean the other. Guys, I'm just getting sick and tired of it. And I'm telling you something, man. I'm getting too old to try to make it my fight. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm against war, really. You know, I can't support it. However, I did watch a YouTube channel, or was it on Rumble? A lady from Redacted. Now, I thought a lot of her coverage on the vaccines was pretty much spot on. But then she goes full female and says, well, maybe if we sit down and we talk to them, they wouldn't be so violent. Well, you know what they want, okay? They don't want the Jews out of Israel. They want them dead. Well, what can we do to maybe make them not so violent against everybody? Well, you know, what do you mean? Like kill everybody in Israel so they can take the land? Because they don't just want the land. They want them dead, okay? So that's never going to happen. And I see, okay, she's coming from a soft place. But again, this is why most women don't belong in leadership positions and should stay out of important issues. And men need to start waking up and resuming their roles. I know that sounds sexist, but really, this is the kind of shit that your kids hear and they start saying, yeah, that's it, yeah. The only way we're ever going to get radical terrorist groups like that under control is to wipe them out. Have you seen any of the polls? I can't do all your homework for you. If it means enough to you, do your own research. Don't believe me because I told you. Do your own research so you know that you know that you know, and that you just don't believe what I say because I said it. That means you didn't learn anything. These people in Gaza, I want to say it was in 2023, 57% support Hamas. Okay, well then don't come crying to me then when they blow you up. I say just turn that whole strip into a parking lot, run them into the ocean, and then fire up HARP and then boil the ocean. Make sure you end them. I don't understand how it's bad to say something that they take out of context as anti-Semitic and then try to turn you against Israel. That's like the height of stupidity. If it was my brother or my sister or my mother, okay, and they were dumb enough to buy all the propaganda and start referring to these Palestinian terrorists as freedom fighters, I would try to persuade them, be honest with you, because they're family. But I wouldn't twist their arm. If in the end I presented them with enough facts, like how you can show a truckload of beheaded babies to any liberal and they'll look at it and go, oh, that's propaganda. No, it actually happened and they're guilty of that. It's what they do. I wouldn't argue with them. I would ask them, are you up to date on your vaccine? Here, let me warm up the car. The greater good, people. You got to realize, man, these kumbaya people who think that, you can reason with people. I mean, you can reason with reasonable people, but you can't reason with a terrorist organization that just thinks that the only people that have a right to exist is themselves. You know, Palestinians inbreed, don't you? Yeah. It's like the Kentucky of the Middle East. Sorry, guys. Not the whole state of Kentucky, but when you're talking like coal fields going into Virginia, yes, that's just, just look at soft white underbelly if you don't believe me. Yeah, it was a jab. Anyway, it's for the greater good, man. It's like they say, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. It's for the greater good. Erase them completely. It's the only way you're going to fix this problem. I don't know what's going on really with these protests. A lot of Israelis, man, in the tens of thousands have been protesting Netanyahu. There's something he's trying to do with rewriting the Constitution, they say, but I'm not going to get into that. However, as it says in the Bible, there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. And now is a time for war. But it's their war. It's not our war. So I wish them the best, man. I mean, I should use everything short of dropping a nuke. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. And I hope I exploded a few liberal heads out there. Because really, that population that we need to reduce is on the left side of the aisle. There's a few on the right side of the aisle as well. This two-party system illusion that they keep shoving down our throats is a lie. Anyway, I'm sure there's good people on both sides. Remember that. So until the next video, guys, we'll holler at you later.